Hey Facebook, it's Melodye Reynolds. I'm going to be talking to you about one food that you can add into your diet that could really be very beneficial to your body and healing to the gut. And I'm going to give you a recipe. So we're going to talk about bone broth. If you've never heard of it before, you're about to get a revelation on what it can do for your health. So stick around. If you're on the replay, make sure to say hey so that I can see you and say hey. Please make sure to share this out because everybody needs to be eating this food. I have right here by me, I don't know if you can see my crock pot down here. I've got my crock pot going. And hey Vicki, and I just wanted to share with you why you need bone broth in your diet, what the benefits are, and then how to make it. So that's what we're going to get into because, oh wait, let me find my recipe. So about a week and a half ago, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism and was a little devastated. And so was given a medication, a prescription, and came home. And what did I do? I got on Google because Dr. Google tells me all things. And upon researching the medication, I found out that it really doesn't help a lot of people, which I find terrifying and interesting because people take it anyway in the hopes that they're going to feel better, and then they don't. So upon my research, and I've massively researched the past week and a half to the point that today I feel like I'm oversaturated in information. So what I'm doing is researching this, and I'm breaking this down into steps so that I can hopefully share this with you guys on how to walk yourself through healing your body. Not just hypothyroidism, but autoimmune stuff. A lot of that can be lessened or even cured by your diet. And the truth of the matter is we just don't want to do, me included, we don't always want to do the harder way, which is we got to eat the right things and cut out the crap from our diets. I mean, it is what it is. Plants are healing. If you eat the right things, you will make your body happy, and a lot of that inflammation and dysfunction you have going on will heal itself. So that gives me hope that I'm not going to be dependent on a medication for the rest of my life. And not judging people that have, but I feel like God is leading me down this path to help others because a lot of people I know that are on medications for hypothyroidism and all this other stuff want to be off of it. I've never been a person that's like, I love taking medicine. Medicine's great. I really haven't. So let's talk about one of the easy things you can do. What I want to start talking about is what can you add in? What can you add in to your diet that's easy to me, right? Before I start thinking about, I got to take this out and this out, let me talk about what can I add in. Hey Joyce, hey Amanda, Donna, good to see y'all. I'm up late tonight, can you tell? This is part of my problem. My cortisol fires at 10 o'clock at night and I get really wound up. I'm working on it, okay? Working on it. So let me share with you, I am reading a book, another book called, this is going to be backwards, but it's called Eat Dirt by Dr. Josh Axe. This has been highly recommended in my research. I will leave a link to the book below so you can get it. It's very easy read, relatively easy from the other things I've been reading, and he focuses on what you need to eat, right, to feel better, to heal things. So one of the highest recommended things across the board is bone broth, and it's super easy to make. It is super good for you, and you can flavor it in a way that will taste good. Now there are powdered bone broths. I've heard that those are not as good as homemade bone broth. So let me just give you a little bit of information first of all. He says it can transform your entire health. Bone broth and collagen are very important. Which collagen is in the bone broth, okay? They contain amino acids, which is huge, which help repair the gut lining. Along with gut sealing collagen, bone broth is full of minerals, which a big part of our problem is we're deficient in things like magnesium. And we just don't know it. And sometimes just fixing your magnesium or your iron or your iodine can give you your life back. It's insane. I didn't realize this. So this is full of those minerals that we need, okay? It's got magnesium, calcium, phosphorus, silicon, sulfur, all kinds of good stuff come out of here along with that collagen. And it is used for healing the gut and sealing it, because for a lot of people, you're feeling really cruddy because your gut is not absorbing. Let's say you eat really well and you're like, oh, I already eat good and I just don't feel good. Well, part of that is because your gut may not be processing things and absorbing things the way that it should. So by adding things like bone broth to your diet, you're going to help your gut to be happier and heal. So when you eat the good food, you're absorbing the calcium, the magnesium, the iron, because my problem was I'm not absorbing the stuff. That tells me I probably have leaky gut. Most people do. Most people are walking around with leaky gut. They just are. So this is the beginning of my diet, my dietary journey. Hey, Myra. So I'm going to give you my secret recipe. It's really not a secret. Don't get grossed out. I can't show you because they're already cooking. I'll post a really funny picture my husband took of all of this before he covered it up. But it's down here below me in my crock pot. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how he makes this, because it's wonderful. And I want to learn how to make it too, so that if we both stay on top of it, we'll both be making it. And it's recommended to drink 1 to 2 cups of bone broth a day. Okay, so here's what you do. You ready? You get you some chicken feet. Actually, you can, if that totally grosses you out, just hear me out for a second. If that totally grosses you out, you can cook a whole chicken, right? You can cook that in your crock pot, pull the meat off, and then use the bones to do this. But I'm going to be really honest with you. Chicken feet might seem disgusting. They're often discarded and thrown away. The most benefits come from, you get the most collagen from chicken feet, from the knuckles, okay? I heard this many years ago, and I really couldn't get past the gross factor for a long time. Well, I'm over that. Because if my body needs it and I gotta do this with chicken feet, then we're just gonna do this with chicken feet, okay? So you can get them from butchers if you know a farmer. I think you can even order them online. Kroger may have them. If you go ask them, hey, I want your chicken feet, most of the time they're like, please take them. So you can find different ways of getting them. I think my husband put 10 maybe in this batch. And then you're going to add in garlic, cilantro, thyme, just kind of to your liking, right? Carrots, celery, black pepper, salt, okay? You're just giving it some flavor. The secret sauce is 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, because that's what pulls all the good things out of the bones, whatever bones you're using, chicken feet, carcass, whatever, okay? So, yeah, Walmart has them too. That's right. So, the apple cider vinegar is actually wonderful in and of itself. It is definitely something you need to incorporate into your diet. I'll be talking about some things about that later. But then you're going to put water in, cook it on low for at least 24 hours, okay? You can't rush the process. You just have to let it really simmer and get all the good stuff out. You may have to add water from time to time as it cooks down. That's okay. Keep it covered, you know, so that the feet aren't sticking up or the bones, whatever. And then what you're going to do is you're going to strain it to get the bones out of it, and what you have left over is homemade bone broth. Now we keep ours in the little ball jars, the pint-sized ball jars. And don't be grossed out if when you put it in the refrigerator, you see like this gelatin form on the top. That's the collagen. That means that you have made really good bone broth. You can also freeze it. So you can make big batches of it, freeze it, and then use it as you go. You can drink it. I like to drink it in a mug. I love it especially in the winter It's harder for me to just drink it in the summertime, but I'll be all right, okay? You can put it in food. You can put it in recipes. You can substitute it out sometimes for water. There are all kinds of things you can do to get that bone broth into your diet. I like to just drink it because I know I'm getting all of it in that I should, and I actually like it. You'll get used, once you learn how to flavor it, it'll be like a nice treat, okay? So that is my bone broth recipe. I will leave a link to this Eat Dirt book. Y'all all, I'm telling you, I'm learning a lot of stuff in here. Dr. Axe is really good about learning some things from, so I'm impressed with, you know, the information he gives out on diet, because I'm finding it confirmed everywhere else. So if you have questions, please, first of all, do share this, because the world needs bone broth. This is something simple that you can just go on and get and make it and have it, put it in your diet now. And you're going to see a lot of benefits just digestive wise, okay? And then wouldn't it be great if you absorb more of your minerals and you have more energy and you feel better? So please share this. Help me to get the word out. Hey, Christina and Wilma. Hi, Wilma. It just helps me to be able to get the word out and not have to pay Facebook, okay? Seriously. And then if you have any questions, make sure to post them. I will be putting up this video on my website, which is at melodyreynolds.com, with a recipe card for how to make this. There's already one up there. I'll just add the video to it. So if you go to melodyreynolds.com and you go to bone broth, if you search bone broth on my site, you'll see the recipe. I think this is the first time I've actually done a video on it. So I'll add the video later. But that way, there's even a little card there you can print it out, so you'll know what you need to get, okay? Just get the chicken feet. Trust me, just get the chicken feet. Chicken feet, all right? And one last interesting fact that Dr. Axe was saying, our ancestors, when they would hunt, they would use all parts of the animal, right? Because the hunt took a lot out of them. They didn't know when they were going to get their next meal. So a lot of times they did things like this, and that's why they didn't have, part of the reason, they didn't have as many deficiencies as we do now. So this is more, you know, of an original diet and kind of a common sense thing that we just, I don't know, skip over sometimes. I think we need a lot more common sense and discipline in our health. And it's not easy. It's not easy because I like pizza. I like fries. I mean, for real, I do. I also like healthy stuff. But, you know, it's got to be more than balanced. You got to tip it over here where you're being healthier. So hopefully this is something easy for you. Let me know if you make it. Like, come back and be like, oh, it's delicious, or this freaked me out, whatever. Share it with me. I'll talk you through it. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Love you.